about a few tickets out there, but they're coming. Okay, now what I'd like for us to do first, remember the breath, the breathing, because yesterday was pretty intense, and if you were there last night, that just added to what the work that needs to be done, but it always ends with hope. So let's start with the yogic breathing that we talked about yesterday, remember? When you breathe in, what happens? Tummy goes where? Put your hand on your tummy. You breathe in, tummy goes out. No, I'm sorry. You breathe in, tummy goes out. Breathe out, tummy goes in. Breathe in, tummy goes out. Breathe out, tummy goes in. Can you hear me? Okay, breathe in, your tummy goes out. Breathe out, the tummy goes in. This is really the way that babies breathe. It's a natural way of breathing, and it's taught by the yogis. You do yoga, they call it ujjayi breathing. So practice it when you need to, you have any stress to calm down. It really works. So breathe in, tummy, it's a challenge, it's a discipline. Breathe in, tummy goes out. Okay, breathe out, tummy goes in. Okay, I got some other stuff for you this morning. I have an important question that I want you guys to answer for me. Just pretend you were talking to a 5-year-old. Get a vision of a 5-year-old that you may know, you've heard of, or you've seen on TV, those of you who have kids, grandkids. Now tell them, in your own words, what is it that you do all day when you go to work? And talk about it to your table. What would you say to a 5-year-old? When you go to your office, when you go work at home, what do you do all day? You know, Mommy, wow, you go to work every day. What do you do? Abuelita, you go to work all day. What do you do? What would you tell that 5-year-old? Just tell it to your table. Take one at a time. You have about, maybe 60 seconds. The extroverts are probably already talking. The introverts need a little processing time. So just take a deep breath, introverts. But you extroverts, I know you're ready to start right now. Just start talking. What would you tell? And if you're at a table by yourself, why don't you join somebody and just tell them? And you can go back be by yourself. It's okay. Just tell them, what do you do all day? What do you do? What do you do? And a lot of you working at home, what do you do? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I hear some laughter out there. It must come be a fun day almost. That's a great time. That's a great thing. Just what do you do all day? If you work at home, remember you're talking to a 5-year-old. Good job. I saw that. Good job. I wish I could video and tape some of these conversations. What do you do all day? Okay. All right. I would like to have one brave soul to stand up and tell us all what is it that you do all day. Who's going to be brave? Who's going to have courage? One person in the room. Raise your hand. Perfect.
I would tell somebody who's 5 years old, get their attention first and say, when I go to work, I have fun, and my job is to take care of people and teach them to take care of themselves.
Yes. I go to work. I have fun. I take care of people, and I take care of myself. Perfect. Give her a hand. One more person, and then we're going on. One more. One more brave soul. Courage, courage. One more.
It's not courage. I'm just being a
One more. All right, over in that corner. Where's the mic?
Hi, I'm Celia Fisher, and I'm in the Southeast region, and I give people links to education and training like Narcan and overdose reversal. So I save lives with DOH.
I love it. She saves lives. That's the big point. Give her. Thank you so much, so much. Okay, just keep the deep breathing. The next question I'm gonna ask you. I'd like for you not to forget your legacy paper. If you have it now, will you take it out? Will you please take it out? It is so important. If you have it, it's in your packet. It's right here. Do we need extra copies right now? It is so important because at the end of this summit, we are going to have an equity manifesto. And you can Google that online, and it's written beautifully. But the one we do here, it's for us. It's New Mexico. Okay, the one online was developed all over the country. What an opportunity we have. New Mexico's Equity Manifesto. You have the opportunity to contribute to it. It's going to be legendary. All right, so if you need another copy, who has theirs with you? Who needs a copy? And I know you've had some thoughts, especially those that saw the digital videos last night. I know you have some thoughts. Just jot them down. What legacy do you want to leave?
So we're going to take time now.
Yes, yes. Respond to this. What promise can you fulfill to assure that future generations inherit all they need to live healthy, in well-being, and have equitable access to resources? This is not something we just thought about. It is a national movement toward equity. And this is an equity manifesto coming from you guys in New Mexico. Who could do it better but this group? This group, you are from the community. You are our people. You're from the university. And there's an extra copy, and we have a basket. You can put it in, and we'll post it for you. Yeah, and you can put your name on it, or you don't have to. It could be whatever you want to say for the future generations. Your legacy, your children, your grandchildren. And you know the definition of equity. Just to to be treated fairly, irregardless. Fair treatment, that's all we're saying. And there are things that we can do. And this manifesto is saying what New Mexicans can do. And if I know Miss Dr. Lisa Kakati Stone, she'll have this all over the country, believe me, from New Mexico. She is nationally known. A lot of you may not know that. But this is something that we want to share from New Mexicans. I would like to ask you how many have done it to raise your hand, but I won't. Just silently know that you're doing the right thing, okay? And it's important. Looks good back there. Looks good, Dr. Lisa. And those of you who did not put it in the basket, because as introverts, I'm so aware people are different. You may need a little more time to think. You have until noon today to post it outside on the panel. The extroverts, oh, they got it all done. It's done. Done deal. So we are mindful that people are different. If you haven't done it, you have until noon. And some people just need more time to process. This is an important question. And we have someone all lined up who's going to compile it way over there. Okay, good, Alyssa. Someone's going to compile it for us to present at the closing. Our manifesto from New Mexico. And another thing, while they're collecting those, do not forget your evaluations. The evaluations are important. We have funders. We have funders. They want to know, hey, how did this work for you? It's a very detailed survey. Please do it before you leave, or you can do it online. And the other thing, while she's collecting those, because she did want time, this community agreements. And I believe most of you are, okay. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Speak your truth and allow others to speak their truth. We all have a role in this work. Practice holding multiple truths and sitting the uncomfortableness. I'm from the South. I kind of have Ebonics slips in every now and then. You don't know about Ebonics, do you? You've heard of Ebonics. Yeah, my brother back there. So we try. Uncomfortableness, okay, of hearing things that you may not agree with. You're not going to agree with everything, but get comfortable and just sit through it. And listen to understand. Listen to understand. Be quick to listen and slow to speak. Have you heard that? Be quick to listen and slow to speak. Know when to shut up and know when to be quiet. That's a lesson I've been trying to teach my kids forever. God, do they listen? No. But listen to understand. Build conversation rather than trying to make a point. That's the purpose of this summit. Acknowledge the difference between having an intention and making an impact. My mom used to say the road to hell is paved with intention. All right? The road to hell is paved with intention. We want you to have an impact once you leave here today. I'm sure most of you do already. You're awesome. Acknowledge the difference between, I did that. Push past business as usual. We're creative here. We're in a whole new era. A whole new era. And I can tell you more about that, but I won't, okay? Just know that everything's coming up. It's all coming up for good. All right? Everything is coming up that needs to come up. Okay, focus on systems and policy change because oppression is intertwined with norms. And our speakers talked about that yesterday. It's the normal way of doing things. But we want you to focus on systems and policy change, not to make it normal. In today's world, we're talking about a new normal, okay? when dismantling systems of oppression, focus on creating new ways of being that honor us all. And that's all equity is. Are we done, Dr. Lisa? We got enough? We can go on? Oh, perfect, perfect. Thank you. You're doing very well. Let me look at my time here. Okay. What I'm supposed to do is kind of talk about what happened yesterday. Who was not here yesterday? Oh, it was nice. I'm sorry. I was just overwhelmed. It was nice. It was beautiful. Okay, what we started with yesterday, to those of you who were not here, we had a beautiful water blessing. Beautiful. We all stood in a circle. We didn't hold hands because of COVID, but it was to me it was sacred, and I believe in the sacred, and that's what's going to move us forward. The sacred, the sacred. Dr. Doug, where is he? Is he here? Hey, he gave a very, very inspiring overview of the summit. Thank you, Dr. Doug. And I was trying to practice on my speech. Zia Donis. Got it. Okay, Dr. Doug Zia Donis. Thank you so much. And then Dr. Lisa did a whole summit overview, which is in your agenda for those who are not here. We had introductions at the table. Some of you are cats. Some of you are dogs. Where are my cats? Yay! I'm a new cat person. I told you that yesterday. I love cats now. I just got 2 new kittens. Where are my dog people? Woo! Okay. I've always been a dog person since I was a little one. But I switched to cats. I told you why. Shall I tell you why again? Yeah. Because they cover up their poop. I would have to follow them around and scoop up stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. Then we had some truly heartwarming stories from the intercultural leaders in this state. Each one of these people, where is Dr. Where's Regis? I saw him. Each one of these speakers could be a keynote. Did you get that yesterday? Each one of them in their own right could be a keynote. Each one. We don't have to call in people. We got them right here in New Mexico because they know New Mexico. Okay. Then we had a round of the Action Lab started. And what I wanted to go over the Action Lab just quickly, but I want Dr. Lisa up here at 8:30. You got about 4 more minutes. So the Action Labs were just awesome. I walked around and viewed them. I saw PowerPoints. I saw people being engaged. And just look in your those who weren't here yesterday, look in your agenda. See what happened yesterday. And later on this afternoon, we're going to have a report out of everything that was going to happen. And I was going to ask if anybody would like to say, and as I've been a facilitator for a long time, and I like to ask people, what stood out for you? Just 1 point. Would anybody want to give me 1 point that stood out for them yesterday? 1 point. Who's courageous? Oh, there we go.
Here, let me get the mic.
Oh, yes.
I can grab this.
That one. I'll get one more since she was so quick. I thought I'd have to wait. Okay, somebody else with me? We'll have time for one more. What stood out for you yesterday? Okay.
What stood out to me was people genuinely care about New Mexico and want to make this a better place.
Yes.
I saw a lot of authenticity, a lot of genuine hearts.
Yes. I saw the same thing, and I felt it, and it's going to make a difference. The universe responds to our thoughts and feelings. The universe is mind stuff. Okay? And what you think about, you bring about. So the authenticity was there, and the truths were there. One more! Yay! Over here. Yeah, the authenticity.
He wants both, yeah.
That's a great word.
He's live streaming. There you go.
I thought it was really great, just listening to personal stories, not only in the front original panel discussion, but then in the breakout, but then last night listening to personal stories in the digital. So I thought that was just really powerful.
I mean powerful. And I I've seen some of those stories, and each time I just, the authenticity, I love that word. Okay, I think we're done, Dr. Lisa.
Okay.
So we're getting ready for another day, and we're gonna have a break after this. And you know we go to round B, and look at the back of your, you'll see where you're to go, and if you have any questions, it's on the wall. Everyone knows where you're gonna go, what time it starts. What time does it start? What time? 9:15. Okay, and the gong will start going 5 minutes before. So you want to get to those workshops and get them done. Okay, thank you. Okay, Dr. Lisa.
And then they'll go to round 2, and then we come to lunch.
Yes, after that, we go to round 2, Dr. Lisa, and then we go to lunch. And let me tell you about lunch. Lunch is going to be a network lunching because we don't want to have people smacking and chewing and while the speaker is speaking, right? You've been to those programs, the keynote is talking, and people. Okay, so we're doing business a new way. We're going to give you a full 30 minutes to be on time. It's a network lunch. Talk to your people at your table. Get to know the people. Connect. How are you going to connect once you leave here? That's the time to connect. At the network lunch, it starts promptly at noon. Okay? And at 12:30, we're going to have our keynote speaker. And no one will be eating. Maybe, don't force it. Don't mess up your indigestion. But hopefully, you will eat your lunch. Okay, anything else that I leave out?
I think it was perfect. Thank you
Okay.
so much. I'll take a mic. Oh, here we go. Make sure I.
Okay, so you might have questions, so where do we go from here? It's great to gather, be inspired, but we're here for action. We're here for purpose. And so this afternoon, after all the action labs, we're asking the moderators to come back. We're going to be doing an integrated mapping across the issues this afternoon. So we want to be sure that the moderators stay, each of you stay. I want to acknowledge too, we have a lot of community-based organizations here, federally qualified health centers, universities, philanthropy, nonprofits, tribal government, tribal health centers. I also want to acknowledge back in the room here, I met a nice woman that is working with the New Mexico Hospital Association, is that correct? And we have some of our hospital healthcare leaders here, Jamie Silva-Still, we have Dr. Michael Richards, we have folks from the medical group, and one of our charges today is to continue to bridge between the structural and social determinants of health and the health system. This is really critical. And we're starting to scratch the surface because we don't get this chance to come together the way we have and to exchange. So I want, if you all, and we have Dr. Mario Pacheco, who does a medical residency up north with St. Vincent's Hospital. Anyone working in the healthcare system, raise your hand. As a provider, administrator, raise it high. Okay, I want every one of you, and who is working in other, not a healthcare system, but national associations, raise your hand. Not a hospital system, not a provider, but everything else. We all have to meet each other, okay? And we're gonna break up the love fest back there in that table because we gotta share the love, and I want you all to love on these people together.